Surprisingly enough, the other big piece of news coming out of AEW this week was Sting announcing that he's finally gonna hang it up. Now, I was watching a bit. This is like low key the third time that he's retired, maybe more, depending on
Is
places.
it the third time?
He retired.
It's a regular wrestling thing.
He retired from WWE because he was injured, and then he had a retirement. I think he retired from Impact because he was there for he was in Impact for a minute.
Yeah.
If I'm not, Meltzer said that he like low key retired after WCW. Because remember when WCW ended, I believe
smart.
There was a quote. He said, "I'm not going to be wrestling anymore," and then he just wasn't wrestling until whenever he went to Impact. And I think that was a series of 1-year contracts that he just did for 8 years or however long he was down there. So this may be like the 4th or 5th retirement, high key, but apparently at a Revolution, it's he gonna be
that's March, right?
Yeah, I believe that's their first. Yeah, whatever the first pay-per-view is for AEW the year. What
is that March? I thought that was like February.
It's the first quarter. I never remember.
Well, yeah, March. Shit.
Taker didn't want to do that match, champ.
Taker and Sting.
Taker didn't want. Taker knew what Taker and Sting would look like.
How about it? Was too late.
Yes.
It was way too late. That match should have been happening.
The Sting said he was the only one that wanted to do that match.
They would have had to done that a while ago.
I'm under belief that a nigga left WWE because they was like, "Hey, cuz you."
Yeah, Revolution is normally in March. So
I mean, you saw the match with him and Seth. You saw the match with him
but that was when Seth was This is when Seth was hurting everybody.
Yeah.
And then you saw him and Triple H. Like
another somebody he shouldn't have been in there. That's not who you be in there.
I didn't like that feud at all.
He wasn't supposed to be in there at all.
That's when he wanted the Taker feud.
Right. Who shouldn't have been in there. Who shouldn't have been anywhere near the
Mills.
So
Mills.
That's a damn shame. But accurate. I don't know.
It's an opinion.
I'm happy he's got his fix and he's calling it quits because I didn't like seeing Sting take that dive off the top of that ladder.
He's got one more. He's probably taking at least one more.
He's taking a couple of.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a couple. He's
going to jump off a few more things. He's not finished.
Like dog, you
body's not over.
Your body can't. At 65,
we don't know what's in it. He's been covered from the neck down for 3 years. We don't know what's in that suit.
Facts.
It could be spring loaded padding. It could be airbags.
What if?
And also because Sting get up after these goddamn dives.
Yeah, quick.
These other niggas over there ain't getting up. You remember what happened to Matt Hardy when he jumped off the thing and he was on that ground.
But you have to remember, Matt Hardy's been doing this for forever. Sting just started wilding like this.
Well, Sting got some jumps left in him. Goddamn it!
At 60,
his butt card is not full of cocaine.
Cause when I seen him hit the edge of the table, his card filled.
How realistically, years of Matt Hardy doing this and still continuing to wrestle like that in 2023 versus Sting just starting to do this their body, it's got to be a similar level of wear and tear on your body at that point, right?
But
yeah, 65-year-old jump is worth like 85 Matt Hardy.
Everything could break.
This is how math works. This is how math works. Okay.
Yo, shout out to math. It don't. Thank you. He jumped off the top of the ladder and hit the side of the table. And I said, "Oh, this is it. It's over for him."
It's not.
He got up.
He retired.
He got up.
He's good.
Son, he retired.
His hair's still black.
His hair is still black.
That's a whole.
Look
The
at
hair
him.
connected to the
He
paint.
got a lot of it left.
It's even black on his face. Look,
His
he got that
hair
little
is
soul patch.
connected to the paint.
That's nasty.
It is nasty. It's
That's
actually
nasty.
nasty.
Steve, hey Stevie,
What if-
Stevie B.
Knock it off, please.
What if he's RoboCop?
Hey, could be.
Maybe that's
could
why he
be.
could take these dives, because he's just actually he was friends with RoboCop back
Dead
in
or
the day.
alive, you're jumping with me.
This is over, dog.
It's a wrap.
Yeah,
The 90s are gone, dog.
I feel bad every time I see him come to the ring. I feel bad for him.
Let me say this though. I think Sting deserves an announcement and then a time between the announcement before the retirement. WCW was
Say that again.
I think he deserves being able to announce it and then having the retirement tour that builds up to the actual retirement.
Oh, the tour.
Mm.
In WCW was just over, right?
Right.
Impact, he was the Joker, and we don't know why that ended. I don't know why it ended. Anyway, he went to WWE for a proper retirement, and when he went over there, it was come over here and do what we want you to do with the NWO thing and this weird thing
And the video game and everything.
and the match that you came over here for, we not doing that. As a matter of fact, we don't got nothing else for you. You can go on about your business.
Facts. Facts.
Another time where it wasn't a proper like.
But whose fault is that?
Right.
It's no one's fault.
It's just time.
Because if it didn't happen at WCW, it wasn't going to. If WCW went on, there would have been time for it to be a proper thing. But there hasn't been a proper, respectful end to his career. I think this will be the proper, respectful end. Is he'll come over, he'll jump off a couple more things before
he goes. Proper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a few years later.
Hold on. So what I feel, shout out to Vaughn, because this is exactly what I was about to say. If Sting didn't hold out that Taker match that you all wanted to see, I guess the Shawn Michaels match that people wanted to see, if they wanted to see that, would have happened 20 years ago. But he held out, and then he went to Impact, I'm assuming to get more cheese or to pad and not have to work that schedule. So you get what you asked for. So you went to the WWE 15 years too late because you wanted to do the rest of this fuck ass shit. This is what got you on this retirement tour with the bad hips and knees and shit, nigga. You could have been
never and will never be a WWE guy.
That's
never
fine.
been.
That's fine.
So when they was the ops and they lost, right?
Who?
WCW.
Yes.
Okay.
WWE was the ops and them niggas lost. And so some niggas that was like, nigga, I'm a wrestler. I don't care nothing about this team or that team.
Right.
I'm just a wrestler. Some niggas is like, I'm a top guy. I'm not going over there because I can't WCW over in WWE. No one has been able to successfully, right? So it makes perfect sense for him not to go over there because he wasn't going to be able to WCW in WWE.
He was going to
too old to be WCW and in
No, I'm talking about at the time that WCW was over. Like, so it makes sense that he didn't go over there because that was the ops. I'm not going over there. The thing that everybody made fun of Kevin Durant for doing.
Cause he went and there were these. He was guaranteed to, like that Undertaker match. Motherfuckers was talking about that for years. That was a dream match. Mm-hmm. He had the opportunity to make that happen and make his money. And at that time, he was still young. So his schedule wouldn't have been because he was still a shot caller at that time. Like Crow Sting was a shot caller.
Yeah.
To me.
No, I mean he was the one of the few major star holdouts from that time that didn't go to WWE.
That didn't go. So if he would have went, you don't think that, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not a WWE guy or WWF guy, but I'm still one of the guys.
But what was his reason though?
We all know the treatment.
Yeah.
Guys from other places get when they go to WWE.
I don't think that was the case at that time. I really don't. I think that he was just old. I think that they got a bag of gold. He broke his what happened with the knee? Something happened with the knee or something happened.
We talking about the WCW period, and we talking about at the period of the end of WCW.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't watching. Sorry.
Was 20 years ago. So he would have retired about 10 years ago. If he would have got the run he was, I guess, was looking for. But he should have went over. He was still one of them dudes in 2000. What was that? 2001?
Wikipedia saying that WWF chose not to buy his contract from AOL Time Warner, and he rejected a buyout from AOL Time Warner, and so they
didn't want each other.
It's at that time they didn't want him, and he chose to let his contract expire in March of 2002. A month before then, he announced a retirement.
There was never a point where that would have happened. He would have never gotten a proper retirement at any time.
Well, that's the thing. He was in contract negotiations with them, but they ultimately never went anywhere. And by the end of 2002, he was doing gigs in small companies, teaming with Lex Luger to face Buff Bagwell in tag matches over in Europe. Like, he was back to wrestling fairly full time not that long after his contract expired with Time Warner.
What was the pay?
I'd have to look that up.
It wasn't good. It wasn't based off of the book, based off of Lex Luger's book. It wasn't a good look when they were doing that.
So my question is, right?
You say when he was overseas wrestling in those little shows,
When Rock is saying, "Yo, he was making too much money," I understand that piece, but I know. No, let me not say that. I believe that his payout for the WrestleMania event with The Undertaker would have trumped him sitting home. Am I tripping?
That's why the question is there's something as to why they weren't able to meet to make a deal. And I don't know if it's WWF didn't fuck with him. I don't know if he didn't fuck with WWF because he went born again at some point around there. So again, I'm Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker isn't doing the movies that everybody wants him to do, and part of it is because he don't want to cuss because he got saved. I'm not saying that's me, but that could be where Sting is coming from. He's Big Jesus, him and Shawn Michaels.
I seen that Chris Tucker stand up and I cussed. So
that's bad.
This is a very, 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 very long way of saying I still never saw a proper time Sting never got a proper retirement. This is the proper way to send Sting out.
I don't know. I don't think jumping.
I also don't think anybody. I am the belief that everybody else just wants Sting off TV and just flip the switch. Yeah, you're wrong. That's just wrong. And I don't even like Sting like that. But that's wrong. Sting is
turn it off.
Sting is one of the you definitely wrong. WCW it is Sting and Ric Flair and Booker T. Those are the three guys, and those three guys deserve to go out properly in pro wrestling. It doesn't matter where.
And don't forget, it doesn't matter where, but do remember this is the WCW league. I mean, again, Dynamite. It all they walk in those footsteps of the WCW and the old NWA. But the thing is, because Tony Khan, because we talked about like whatever the retirement tour may look like, we just saw Great Muta have a whole retirement tour and all the different promotions he was able to do. Mm-hmm. I'm going to assume Tony Khan's going to try and do as much as he can to get Sting doing
60.
Yeah, he's 64. He's going to be 65 next year. Sting's probably going to be doing all types of stuff before Revolution in March.
How old is PCO?
How old is what?
PCO.
What's that?
Good question.
Yo, he's not getting a.
I hate
PCO is Luchasaurus? 55.
Who is PCO?
PCO's younger than Sting.
Yeah, you don't care.
You
don't care.
PCO used to be one of the Quebecers, and
PCO looks 78.
The Quebecers, the amazing French Canadians back in back in the but now he's in Impact currently as PCO.
He
wrestling?
Yes.
Matches.
Where niggas really have to die.
He could wrestle Sting.
The only way you can lose is you gotta
Frankenstein.
Die.
He could wrestle Sting.
No. What's the nigga that New Jack stabbed up?
The fuck was his name?
Jersey
Red something.
Joe Walcott. Whatever.
You talking about Gypsy Joe? He beat him with the bat.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
With the spikes on it. Damn, he beat that old man ass.
What? Okay.
You can't watch that video, Mimi.
No.
You know, that's too far into the algorithm for you.
Cut this shit out, yo.
I know.
No.
85 is crazy. No, he's 55.
I see what you're saying. Work that they weren't getting them kind of payouts at that time. Right. I legit think that working. I understand sitting at home and he was making $6 million. I'm all for you, Sting. I still think that with merchandise plus his payout, I think he would have made that money. But who the fuck am I?
Yeah, no, I think it's interesting that WWF wasn't.
I respect that.
He didn't like how he treated Booker when he got to the WWE.
I respect that.
I respect that.
And that's what Cuz was saying earlier.
That's interesting, though. Well, yeah, I mean, I think Sting ain't dumb. Again, I think there's a reason why.
Bullshit if he's still.
He wasn't dumb at the time. I don't know nothing about this, but I didn't ask for none of this.
We didn't either.
Nobody on this call asked for this.
Right, but eventually he's got to be put out to pasture the right way.
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Not have to be put out to pasture this way. It does not have to happen this way.
Oh no, I think the problem is we're too far gone. There's no way that Sting was just going to go out quietly.
Yo, when he jumps off or whatever he's jumping off of, y'all remember this conversation. Come back to this and be like, we told y'all that this nigga wasn't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it.
Don't do that.
Wait.
Don't you put that on that man.
No, wait, don't get it twisted. I don't think any of this is a good idea. But what I'm saying is I don't think that there's no way this train is on the path.
It's on the tracks.
This is where they're going. He already jumped off all the shit. They've already had him on TV all the time. This is Tony Khan's one chance to really give a legend whatever type of proper send-off he feels he's going to do. He's going to go full board with this.
He is not. Tony Khan is not giving anybody a proper send-off. Okay,
what I'm saying, as proper as he feels he can do. I'm not saying it's going to be whatever anybody thinks specific. This is just Tony Khan's way of trying to be pro wrestling, man.
I'm not mad at him getting a send-off, but Rock, he's still working. Rock, he's working now.
At 60,
he's walking down to the ring.
Yeah, he's not doing a lot of
work.
And
swinging a baseball bat, and then once a month, once every quarter, he'd jump off
and it hurts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How many matches has he had this year? I guess
he get up.
It hurts.
Yeah, the problem is he gets up.
Yeah.
The problem is he's able to get up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's had 8 matches this year.
I just wonder why I'd be like, think piece. Like, here's the thing. Like, if Sting would have came out and was like, I'm gonna keep wrestling, niggas would have cried for the same 20 minutes we didn't cry here, but it'd have been about that decision. And then he's saying, I'm about to stop, and niggas still gonna cry. I'm like, yo, I'm about to leave.
Yeah.
That's what I want him to do.
Well, I think that's the thing. There's not much you can do. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Either watch him break his back or you don't watch him break his back.
Well,